Hello, my name is Greg Huey. I'm an American volunteer in Ukraine, and this is Anya, and this is Nazim, and that's Alexander. And we're going to be heading to the hot zone near Kupiansk. So click and subscribe to see what happens next. And in the meantime, take a look at my Dacia Duster we'll be driving. It has a subtle message, but see if you can find it. See you there. So now we've arrived at the Donetsk Oblast, and we're meeting here with some friends that will be joining us on the rest of the trip. So here we are starting our trip into the hot zone. We'll be seeing a lot of new places and things, so please join us and enjoy your time. We're at a church in Donetsk, and you can see the church has been heavily damaged. The Russians say that they represent Christian values, but I don't know in what Bible it says to destroy churches. So clearly they're not representing Christian values. Clearly they're representing smash and grab values. Yeah, today's a Sunday. There would be Sunday Mass in that church if the Russians hadn't come here. Just imagine bustling with people, giving their thanks to God. Christmas, Sunday Mass here at the church, and this is what it is now. Yeah, this could be indeed.
They're not touching the missile yet, as the area hasn't been cleared. It's not safe to approach it right now. No one knows the condition of the missile's warhead. It's just lying there, not harming anyone, but everything has its time. Sappers will retrieve and destroy it eventually.
No, this is a grad.
Well, that's a safer situation now.
We're here on a bridge in a destroyed village, and with me are some people that will be accompanying us on our trip. This is Wasp, Nazim, lawyer. Can one of you tell us a bit about your job here?
We're a National Guard special unit called Condor. Our specialty is unmanned aerial vehicles. We do aerial recon and operate large bomber drones that hit enemy targets.
How has the war affected you on an emotional level?
Well, the war has totally changed our lives. We all had different jobs in civilian life. We're not soldiers, but we must defend our country.
Yes, we came from various jobs to fight, but now we're professional soldiers here. There's no room for emotions. Victory is what we need.
Can you tell me a little bit about the ways in which European support for Ukraine benefits Europe?
Europe's support for Ukraine is vital, absolutely crucial. Not just Europe's, but the whole world's. We see support from various countries for Ukraine. There's humanitarian aid and military assistance. It's crucial and helps Ukraine fight for independence. What Ukraine's doing is for all of Europe, really. Dictators like Putin won't stop at anything. Ukraine is just a small step for them. If they win here, they'll keep going. Ukraine's fight is for Europe and the world's freedom.
As you know, the new American president, unfortunately, his support for Ukraine has been seen to be wavering. What do you think of this? And if you could speak with this new American president, what questions might you ask him, or what might you say to him?
We thank the U.S., its president, and people for their support. We hope to keep working together to defeat our common enemy.
His catchphrase is that he's a businessman. This isn't business. War is not a business. You can't negotiate here like in business. This is about people, the state, and its sovereignty. These are values cherished in the democratic world. If we start trading them, it won't end well. This isn't business. With this person, you can only talk from strength. Putin never valued the weak and never will. We see support, but we want it strong and powerful.
We hope reason prevails, distinguishing good from evil. Finding this balance isn't easy, but we truly desire it.
If you got a phone call from a Russian conscript that had just signed up, was coming to Ukraine, what would you say to them?
For Russians, I'll say in their language, go home to your families and children. Only death awaits you here, nothing else.
This is our land. You're not welcome here. Absolutely 100%.
Even though the American president is not showing enough support for Ukraine, the vast majority of American people do support Ukraine. And is there anything that you would like to say to the American audience to emphasize how this war affects them and why they should support Ukraine?
We have friends in the U.S. and worldwide supporting us. U.S. troops gave us coins as a military gesture of support. We want to thank everyone who supports us.
Thank you so much for all you do and the sacrifices that you make, not only to defend Ukraine, but to defend democracy and civilization and human values. Thank you. You can see some of the houses, they have no roofs. Other houses, there's blue tarps on them, which probably means someone still lives there and is covered up with a tarp to make it halfway livable. And this is what Ruski Mir does. This is what it is. And all of the land that Russia's taken, that's occupied currently, will be returned to Ukraine. Just leave Ukraine alone. Get out of Ukraine, go home, return the civilians, including the children they've stolen, turn over war criminals for prosecution, and pay reparations for all the damage they've done to Ukraine, and then we can have peace again. Okay, we're here to interview Anya. We're going to ask her a few questions. Anya is the deputy of the Vyshgorod district.
City-state administration.
She's a volunteer as well. And she's with us on your trip, as you've seen already. Why is volunteering in Ukraine so important?
Indeed, volunteering in Ukraine is now a crucial front. This is, you could say, the second front operating in Ukraine. The first front is on the front line, where our defenders protect our country with weapons in hand. The second front is the volunteer front, which provides many logistical needs requested by the boys and girls on the front line, as well as pickup trucks and drones. In principle, everything necessary, all that is needed down to food products, has been on the shoulders of our volunteers since the start of the full-scale invasion. Combining volunteering and community work is a crucial challenge now. We're uniting together towards our victory. Glory to Ukraine.
Slava Ukraini. Herom Slava. I would like to welcome the viewers to the wonderful Ukrainian city of Izium. As you might remember, the city of Izium was briefly occupied by the orcs, but during the Kharkiv offensive, when the orcs faced defeat, as they always do, the Ukrainian forces came in and liberated this city. It is Ukrainian again. It will always be Ukrainian. Here we have some buildings that have experienced Russia Mir firsthand. This is what the Russians do. They come to a place, they destroy it, and they destroy the people. That's what we have. This is the site of a hotel, shops, a chapel, and you can see Russian peace visited this place. It destroyed a lot of these buildings, and this first happened when Russia invaded and occupied Izium at the start of the full-scale invasion. Then in the summer of 22, with the Kharkiv counteroffensive, Russia was defeated, their lines collapsed, and Ukrainian forces liberated Izium. And the orcs have been driven out of here now. And let's walk around and have a closer look at some of these buildings and the damage that was done by Russians. See, there's a fireplace there that used to be part of a building in the hotel that it's mostly been destroyed now, and just the fireplace remains. There's a good view from up here. I can imagine these are strategic heights. That's probably why the Russians occupied this position. You can get a clear view of everything going on down there. Tug of war here between Ukrainian defender and a Z-orc. And the Ukrainian defender looks more determined. Here we are in Izium, and we're not far from the hot zone. We're not far from where the Russians are. The war is happening close by. But life goes on here. You can see there's civilians and military alike mixing here, buying things, doing work, and it's a lively place. Amerikansky.
Yep. I'm Grandma Galia. I'm 70 years old now.
I'm an American volunteer.
In America, I have a... How do I say it? Well, I have a relative.
Я люблю. I love you.
Thank you.
Бабушка, дай Бог вам здоровья, сонечко моя.
Добрый день.
Слава Украину.
Добрый день.
Хороший мальчик. You're a good boy, unlike...
America stands with Ukraine. America stands with Ukraine.
I know America stays.
America stays.
Thank you, I know. Thank you. I just want to kiss his cheek, that's all. We're doing fine.
This is how life is going on in Ukraine, in Izium. The Ukrainian spirit is unbreakable. We will persevere. Now we're going to see a very special place, and it's something close and dear to my heart because I'm interested in engineering and mathematics. It's a laboratory. Let's go. We're here with Lucky, and we're going to ask him a few questions. So first thing is, Lucky, can you tell us about your job here?
So here we technically equip our drones that arrive and prep them for combat missions. The drones come to us in a bare-bones state, so to speak. To make the drone operational, we re-equip it with additional gear like ammo holders, drop mechanisms, and rotating cameras for targeting.
How do you use 3D printing here?
To transform a basic drone, we add a stool for ammo, a drop mechanism, and a camera turner so pilots can fly, aim, and drop payloads accurately. To turn a regular drone into a combat unit, we modify it accordingly.
How many 3D printed parts do you use a day? And also, how would you imagine your work changing if you didn't have a 3D printer?
Well, as I mentioned, we need the 3D printer to work almost non-stop. Usually it rarely stops and often runs overnight. 3D printing is crucial for us. It helps supply our troops with drones for combat missions.
It seems to me one of the ways that viewers can help Ukraine and help Ukrainian drone production is by donating to help units like you get their own 3D printers. get them in the laboratory where they can print parts for these drones and help Ukraine defend itself. So please donate, viewers, and you'll see the links for the charity foundation Freedom Ukraine and also the PayPal account that's listed as mine, but donations to that also go towards Freedom Ukraine.
Now we are on the way back to Kiev, and one important thing for Ukraine, for Europe, and as I think for all the world. If Russia will stop, so there will be no war. But if Ukraine will stop, it will be no Ukraine.
And if that happens, then some other nation will be next. Maybe Poland, maybe the Baltics, maybe Moldova, maybe Romania. But other nations will be in the same situation as Ukraine is now. Thank you for joining us on this trip to the front line. If you'd like to help support Ukraine, there's 3 ways to do so. One is to donate. Freedom Ukraine is working to get 3D printers to other drone workshops at the front line. The second way you can help is to write your elected representatives and demand that they support Ukraine. Tell them that you can't vote for somebody that doesn't support Ukraine, doesn't support democracy, doesn't support civilization and human values. A third way you can help support Ukraine is through social media. There's a lot of lies and disinformation from Russia floating around on social media. Whenever you encounter this, try to educate people that might view it. Not necessarily the troll that's putting it out, but rebut it. Show that it's wrong. A lot of times, Russian disinformation is designed for people that are uninformed. The best vaccination against this disease is to be educated. So educate people as to why supporting Ukraine is ethically the right thing to do, and it's also practically, in a practical sense, the right thing to do. To see more videos from me, please click the subscribe button and also like this video. Remember that clicking the like button helps YouTube algorithm show my videos to more people. Thanks and have a good day.